Let's see that trans brake, dude.
Right here. Bow. Damn. He's smiling.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is currently Saturday morning. It's a little earlier than I like, but we got a big day planned today. We are going to be heading to West Lafayette, Indiana to see Ethan at WP Developments. He's the guy that does all my transmission stuff. He is the man. We're going to kind of talk to him a little bit, kind of give you guys insight on what goes into a transmission of this caliber, trans brake setup, and all that good stuff. We also have some t-shirts and stuff that Brittany, his significant other, will be making for us for the channel. Not a lot of shirts getting made this go around, but just a little bit, mostly for some local people and stuff like that. So if you guys are interested, reach out on Instagram or Facebook, either way. But yeah, we're going to get on our way and hope you guys enjoy the video. All right, guys, we have made it to WP Developments. Bit of a drive, but that's okay. I always like coming and seeing these guys here. Ethan's a homie, you know. But yeah, we're gonna jump right into kind of showing you guys around a little bit, maybe showing you guys Ethan's Pro Street race truck. Everybody likes kind of seeing that stuff, and we'll talk to Ethan a little bit. And yeah, we'll get a rundown of the trans and just kind of see what he's up to in here. We got old Daddy E out here wrenching on the old Pro Street truck.
Oh, I don't wrench on it. I just polish it. See? That's all I did.
Getting his baby all cleaned up.
Just polish the old turd.
What do you got going on with this thing this year, Daddy E? Tell us a little bit about what you got going on with your new adventure with the Pro Street truck.
Oh gosh, where do we start? We learned how to tune ourselves this year with some help from some other shops around the country. We went to a standalone ECU from a company called Baldur Control Systems out of Iceland. We also imported a new dash setup and what we call a PMU setup from ECU Masters. They're kind of really known in the import world. The PMU does like power management for us. So say like if you wanted to turn on your nitrous solenoid based off of where your throttle percentage is and how much boost you got, the PMU would pulse width modulate out one of your nitrous solenoids to turn it on and add power. So like you can program the dash to auto deploy your chutes so many seconds off your trans brake button. You could even have Dale come up on your dash when you hit your trans brake launch limiter button. So like it's just, we went way further in technology than the truck ever has been. We'll have like legit traction control where it can actually tune itself you know, if it sees a certain percentage of wheel slip, you know, just kind of jumping into that technology where we lacked in. The only thing we didn't do on this truck prior was tune the ECM. So we've spent the last 2 months learning, you know, a lot of things that people have taken years to figure out. We've really buckled down and asked some silly questions here and there along the way, but you know, we're starting to get where we want to be.
So what we got for air and fuel on this unit this year?
Right now, since we are rookie tuners, it was easier to put our no prep setup on, which is our stainless diesel 5-blade 485. We have the same fuel that we've always ran on the truck since I've had it. It's 450% over S&S injectors with 2 12 mil S&S pumps, the Waterman mechanical fuel pump that feeds it all, Fuel Lab regulator to regulate the pressure to them. So we're not really pushing it this year early. I will probably put the GT55 5-blade on for UCC. We just got to get it, you know, to leave the line good with the small stuff right now and make sure we know our tune-up is safe and not going to pop and crack. So we wanted to do that at a lower horsepower. So hopefully it wouldn't ruin the motor if we did miss something.
Yeah, guys, so that's pretty much it. There's a lot that goes into making these trucks go down the track that a lot of people don't necessarily see, you know, behind the scenes. There's just a lot that goes into it, and we look forward to seeing old Daddy E out here ruffling some feathers in Pro Street, hopefully, huh?
Yeah. We'll be out in Pro Street. I think we'll be at majority of the ODSS races this year, hopefully. So we plan to definitely be at, you know, UCC, the Beach Bend, Shides for sure.
Look at that sweet cover from Stainless.
Oh yeah, that's my nitrous cover, man. That baby opened up the map with groove, so it slows down some shaft speed, so you can really pour some nitrous to her. Maybe 1900 wheel on that guy. 3 kits of nitrous and what was it, 1300 US of fuel on the old ECM.
All this money in this truck, and we're still got push locks going on here, dude.
Oh yeah.
We need to get some AN fittings back on this thing, hey?
I support my local hydraulic shop.
Okay.
Yeah. They work really good. They don't come off.
All right, guys, so we got the trans here. Old Daddy E's got a nice fresh paint job on it. And so tell us, Ethan, what goes into building a transmission to hold up to someone like me behind the wheel all season?
You know, like Sonics has always been really our go-to for shafts. So, you know, it supports the 35 spline Sonics input, the Sonics intermediate, and for your application, we had to do the, you know, the Sonics oversized output, so the 29 spline output. Sometimes, you know, it doesn't match someone's agenda. We have to do like the 23 spline on them, but yeah, we obviously use like the GPZ frictions in there from Raybestos. We personally like the casted second gear band. Seems like a lot firmer of a shift. And it really, once it does grab it, it grabs hard and keeps it from slipping. So, you know, just some of the little tricks of the trade we put in there, learning from being at 2,500 horsepower, you know, we kind of implement that into our, you know, heavy street trucks that are in that 4-digit range. So
yeah, and on this transmission, you know, when we had it back to the shop for a little refresh, I went ahead and asked Ethan about maybe doing a trans brake. So he's actually got the valve body and the valve body dyno, kind of doing some experimenting with that, and being a full manual valve body and doing a trans brake, I kind of wanted to have that ability, so that way on the dirt drag track I'm not having to use the old 30-year-old brakes on the first gen. And what kind of things you've had to do to make that happen?
You know, like really, I mean, there was a couple old timers that had it all figured out. We haven't personally done like the full manual valve body trans brake stuff. It's just not a huge market to sit there and study fluid tracks, but anything to help out Coke, you know. So we sat there and studied it for a couple days and found out the way we like to do it. So far it's working good. So we're gonna put it on our trans dyno. sometime shortly on another piece and make sure everything's absolutely perfect on that. And I'm sure Cole will put it to the test for us too. So we have really good release time so far, which is the biggest holdup, trying to get that direct clutch to vent off, you know, when you let go of the button, is what we've seen in the past with a lot of the trans brakes. So the trans brake we run in our drag truck is a totally different setup. It's all electronic solenoid, so all we have to do is modify the valve body for the low band to be on in first gear drive position, hit a button and it engages the third gear solenoid. So it's super easy on that stuff. But when you're doing a manual valve body, there's a lot of, you know, shuttle valves and control valves that get applied and released if you just go in there and try to add fluid and stroke a valve. So it did take us a couple days to get it all figured out, but we're pretty confident in it.
Yeah, guys, so that's pretty much it for Mind Trans. Nothing too crazy. As you can see, he's got a lot of stuff going on in here. Pretty nice little setup here. Does a lot of the 68 stuff. I'm sure you guys have seen that on social media and some of the stuff I've shared. But yeah, I was have Ethan give us a little tour of the shop here. What all you got going on over here, Ethan?
Oh God, what do we got? We have 68 galore. We have 4R100 stuff. We've got into, you know, we do our own wiring harnesses, you know, here. So we have a little wiring stuff laid up here. Pre-built drum assemblies and testing that we air check and, you know, make sure all the fluids and stuff are sealed. Check the clearances. You know, this is just some of our inventory we use just off our build bench. So yeah, we got 68s lined up, ready for final assembly to ship out. And we even have a little test piece maybe down there on the end that isn't for a diesel that we're digging into. So
I mean, if nothing else, these things sure as hell look good. I mean, black and gold, man. You just can't beat gold, dude.
that's right.
Gold's it.
Black and gold.
So if you're just trying to look good, you know who to call.
It looks good.
All right, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I just kind of wanted to get Ethan on here, kind of talk about his race truck a little bit, and talk about where we're at with the transmission on my truck. I know there's about out of fuel, but yeah, so I just wanted to kind of talk about the whole deal with the trans brake and all that. Being a full manual valve body, there's a lot of different things that kind of go into making sure that works properly. It's kind of a one-off deal a little bit. But so Ethan kind of wanted to keep the trans. He wants to get it all together and do some testing with the trans, however he sees fit. Rather that's put it in one of the trucks there at the shop or put it on his trans dyno. However he goes about doing that, you know, he knows what he's doing. So he'll call me when that's done. We're going to try to get this thing together for Wagglers, a little truck meet, burnout action. Got a little burnout pit going on. You know we're going to win the burnout pad. That's what we do. We're winning the burnout pad. Even if we have to blow the fenders off the truck, that's how it's going to happen. But yeah, that's June 10th. They're at, what the hell's that place called? Lyons, Indiana. My bad. But yeah, Wagglers. And yeah, we're going to try to have the truck there. We're going to film that, do some other stuff. But yeah, until next time, guys, subscribe, like the video, and yeah, later.